Okay. I want to start by saying this is Ed Burda, 87C, and can you repeat your serial number, please?
1714 3563.
And the years that you served in the 10th Mountain were?
We're from the fall of 1944 to when we were discharged in 1945.
And your highest rank served?
Was a private first class.
Okay, very good. How about if we overview your most memorable training and war experience? What's the matter? Too high? Are you? Okay. Ed, how about if you recount what you thought was your most memorable war experience?
Well, there were so many. I might preface it by saying people have asked me many times, just a question that you have asked. And I say that I gauged my war experience at the time in matters of, let's say, feet and seconds rather than saying miles or days, because you never knew from second to second what you would survive. And 2 feet away or 3 feet away, one of your buddies might have been shot. And so I could go run into a clearing, be safe, and 2 seconds later, the fellow following me would try the same tactic and be shot. Just happened to be in the open fire. So life was, as I say, a matter of seconds and a matter of feet. And that's the way we gauged it. And sometimes I get philosophical about this, and when I talk to the grandkids, I say, you wouldn't be here with your grandma and grandpa, because I said there are a lot of guys that I was in the war with who lost their lives. And here now, 58 years later, I'm renewing some of those acquaintances. And in the meantime, I've become a husband, I've become a father, I've become a grandfather, and a lot of those boys who were in the service never had that experience. And I suppose there were many instances, and it's all kind of like a blur, so to speak, because from one day to the next, it's a matter of survival. And as I say, it's a matter of surviving seconds or feet. But at the risk of being a little immodest, I might say that the thing I was most proud of is that I received the Bronze Star in action at Mongiorgio in a battle there, which required that a German machine gun nest had to be removed. And there was an old expression that we were taught. This is Hansaluf Ganex Kaput. In German means hands up, we won't shoot. And I said that, and lo and behold, I heard all this noise, and there were probably 5 or 10 of the German soldiers who came out, and it shocked me very much. So that was probably there were many of those similar incidents, but I happen to get credit for that one.
How did being in the 10th Mountain shape your life?
Well, am I allowed to plug Dr. Phil? He says that there are people and circumstances that kind of shape your life, and he defines it in terms of 5 people. I forget the exact figures, and 7 occasions where you have to make a decision. And based on the experience of the military, I think I learned a lot about patience and the importance of peace, and especially today. I see this demonstrated all over here it is 58 years later, and we have the people of Castel del Llano coming out and greeting us the way they did. And I think that's that has to have some impact on my life. If not in the past, certainly it will in the future as I tell the grandkids about this experience. And I try to take the pictures and also get some audio reflections of what happened today. Yeah.
When you think about the 10th Mountain Division, what is exceptional about them as a division?
Well, I think they were, there was a lot of camaraderie involved. I think we maintained a closeness during the time of battle, and even we retain that till this day. One of my closest friends, in fact, he just passed me just a few minutes ago, is Ray Farley. Ray and I now have gone back to 1944, 45, and we still keep in touch with each other. He comes to California periodically, and we play golf together. That was the kind of a spirit that was generated, I think, in those days, and I think it still exists within the Mountain Infantry today. And during this brief period of time, I made some friendships that I think will last a long time. At least I hope so.
Good.
Well, I certainly want to thank you for the effort you're making, because this is how history is preserved. And pictorial history is one thing, and the oral history is also very important. So I want to thank you and for doing what you're doing and preserving our heritage. It's really interesting because today, and I don't know whether he's doing this on camera or not, but you know, those little kids coming up there, and they're developing a tradition. It's and tradition today, and I'm being philosophical here again, but tradition sort of escapes us occasionally, and it is nice to know that they were trying to convey that type of feeling, that maybe we can cement our relations or engender a more peaceful environment.
That's very nice. Very nice indeed.
Well, you know, those little kids are going to remember this, you know what I mean, and must learn about the battle, you know, and everything, because of these types of celebrations, you know, and not just in a, you know, in an academic way, but in a personal way.
Yeah, there's a connection that won't ever be
I think
lost.
that may be more important.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Ed.